What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys your money motivation just like every single Monday. And today's message is love yourself. So of course, love is in the air. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, as you guys know. But this video is not just for the Valentine's. This video is not to remind you that you're single and you've not had love in years. This video is not to say, hey, if you're in a relationship, you've done well, you love yourself. This video is not to say if you're single, hey, you love yourself, you don't need to rely on other people. This video is not saying any of that. We're going to break down a lot of different components. We're going to understand a little bit more about my message today. And hopefully afterwards, you guys can go out, have a great week, feel a bit more confident, feel a bit more loved, and also love yourself a little bit more. Now, yes, yesterday was Valentine's Day. And to be honest, I could have given this message any title. I could have said, love yourself. I could say, love one another, show love, you're loved, give out more love. I could have said so many different things. But I've chosen to go with love yourself today. And there's many different reasons for that. Now, I'm going to dive into all those reasons. I'm going to explain what it is. I'm going to break it down to you guys today. Before we do that, people, show that you love yourself. If you do love yourself, make sure you guys give that like button a hit. Hit the like button. Also, make sure to comment if you guys do love yourself. Let me know you guys love yourselves in the comment section below. It's always good to hear that. Also, make sure you guys share these videos with more people. Get them out to more people. Help more people have a lovely Monday. Help more people feel loved. Help more people just start their week in the right way with a Monday motivation, with a nice message like this. And also, lastly, people, if you're new around here, make sure to hit that red button below. Hit the red button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. You can check out the channel. There's plenty of videos there for you guys to check out. Over 640 videos. So yeah, go check them out. Please do that. Now, the message of today's video. Love yourself. Why have I said that? Why have I gone with that today? Well, to begin with, there's something you guys have heard multiple different times before. And it's not I love you. It's love yourself or nobody will. And if you think about that, that is 100% true. If you don't love yourself, why would anybody else love yourself? If you don't love who you are, anything about you, what you're made of, who you are as a person, who else would love something about you? Why would they? There are many of you guys out there, and this is not to mock you guys, but you didn't have a Valentine yesterday. No big deal, it's not an issue. But for those of you who didn't have a Valentine yesterday, did you first think about loving yourself for who you are, for what you do, for who you've become, for what you've grown into, instead of always, looking for someone else's validation? I'm not saying it's bad to have a Valentine, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you might be wondering the reason why. And I'm asking you, check, do you first love yourself? Now you might love yourself, and that's a great thing, so that's fine. But for those of you who don't, think about that first. If you don't love yourself, who is going to love you? If you don't love your features, your intelligence, what you do, who you are, the life you live, why would anyone else love that about you? So again, love yourself. What I want to touch on now is the fact that for all of you out there, no matter who you are, no matter if you have all the love in the world, no matter if you have none of the love in the world, if you love yourself, you're going to understand that there's going to be a lot less in this world that bothers you. What people think about you, what people say about you, what people depict you as, what people think you are, all of that and much more is not going to bother you. If you know who you are, if you stay true to yourself, and more importantly, if you love yourself for who you are, then nothing what anybody says on the internet, in real life, your coworker, your manager, your best friends, none of that is going to get to you. And I'm not saying you should be stuck up and ignore absolutely everything that anyone says to you, constructive criticism. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you do struggle to understand maybe, what's good about you when other people are putting you down or, saying negative things about you, the moment you start loving yourself for those things, you might realize, hey, actually, I might need to change this, but I don't need to change that. They've said this about me, but actually, I know myself and I'm happy with that. It could be so many different things. It could be about, your appearance, what you like to do, your hobbies, your weight, your height. It could be so many different things. But if you love yourself, then all that's not going to matter. No matter who it is, no matter what they say. You know yourself, you'll love yourself, and that self-love in itself can help you be more compassionate, more patient, more empathetic of yourself. All these qualities come from you loving yourself. Self-love is not about doing what other people want you to do just to please them. Self-love is not about being ignorant or dismissive of what other people say, but it's about being able to be patient. Maybe someone can point out some of your flaws, and because you love yourself, you're like, actually, that's true. I am, underweight, or I am overweight, or I am a bit unhealthy, but I love myself. And in order to fix what I need to, I'm gonna be a bit more patient, but I'm also gonna take the steps to improving things. That could be it. There are multiple different scenarios, but if you learn to love yourself, you can create those processes which are going to elevate you, lift you, make you a better person. If you don't love yourself, there's two different things you can do. It's going to go one of two ways. You're going to ignore everything everyone says and not do anything when anyone says, and you're going to be ignorant and dismissive the whole time. Or you're going to take everything to heart. You're going to say everything is negative, everything's against you, you don't like who you are. It can go two ways. But if you love yourself, you learn to fix the things you do need to fix And you'll also learn to do it in patience. You'll learn to do it in the right time. You'll also learn to take your time with it. Be calm and make the right moves without stressing, without, going crazy. You'll be able to do that if you have that self-love. Now I want to address the fact that when you have self-love, when you have that love and that you love yourself, that love can stay with you forever. Let's be honest. You can have 65 different Valentines over the next 65 years. You can have 65 different Valentines over the next 2 years. But honestly, if you have that self-love factor, that will stay with you for a lifetime. Until, of course, you grow out of it or you decide to change. But that self-love, once you find it, I'm pretty certain it will stay with you for a lifetime. You can be happy with who you are. You can be happy about where you are. You can be happy about your progress, your journey, because you have that self-love. And it can stay with you no matter who comes, no matter who goes, no matter if it's that family, friends, loved ones, relationships, whoever it may be. You have that self-love and it's going to last multiple years, years on end. And you can be there, you can be satisfied with that. You know who you are. You love yourself and it stays with you for ages. I think a lot of people do struggle with this, fact or concept of trying to find love and going out trying to find the right person, making sure the right person finds them. And they've spent a lot of time and a lot of effort and energy trying to do this. Now, where a lot of people go wrong here is they have not found that self-love. They've not found that love within themselves first. And sometimes, in certain cases, that's all they need. It's not always the validation from others. It's not always hearing what you want to hear from others. Sometimes, without us knowing, it comes from within. You learn to love yourself. You learn to love yourself for who you are. Again, what you do, your journey, your process, your progress, what you've been put on the earth to do, the life you're living. And you can be like, you know what? I don't rely on the love from other people. I have that internal love. I have that form of love. And it can take me to places and heights that I never knew of before. Of course, I'm not saying that it's bad to look for love within others. But if you don't have it within yourself first, it makes the journey a whole lot more difficult and you might not even know what you're looking for if you don't have that self-love. If you can be yourself, if you can find happiness from within, if you can create that form of self-love, it will take you far. A lot of people don't believe it because it's kind of like this world we're living in now. As humans, as sapiens, you guys, or we all seem to think, I need a validation, I need social validation, I need social media status, I need riches, I need other people to look at me in a certain way. I need to be that person. And I'll tell you what, it is not all that at all. You might get that eventually and realize, actually, this is not what I needed. Actually, what I needed comes from within. You might want to hear other people tell you, you're good at singing, you can dance, you're a good chef, you make nice YouTube videos. I don't know. You might want to hear all the compliments from other people. And, when times get tough, when things get difficult, when you're put to the test, you're still looking for that validation from other people and you just can't find it. And in those cases, is that what will be your downfall? I mean, I hope not. I sincerely hope not. However, if you know from within, again, I tell myself, I'm a good singer, I'm a good dancer, I'm a good chef, I'm in good shape, I'm fit, if you are in those positions, by the way. And you know that, your confidence, you can be yourself like that. That will mean a lot more to you than anyone else's words, no matter who they are. If that's the president of the United States, if that's your best friend, if that's the person you looked up to most, if that's your favorite pop star or athlete, it doesn't matter what they think, it doesn't matter what they say. If you know from within, hey, I'm a good singer, I have practiced hours and hours, years on years, I am a good chef, I have cooked for so many different people, I have done this and that, I've accomplished this. I know myself, I know what I'm worth, I know who I am, and I love myself. If you can tell yourself that, that will bring you guys that inner happiness. That will bring you guys a sense of peace and calmness. That will make you be more patient on whatever you're pursuing. All of that comes from self-love, from loving yourself. It's important to practice self-love. Focus on your needs. Focus on what you want. Focus on creating that peace of mind, what benefits you, before giving all your energy to others. I see it, so often. People giving all their energy to others. People putting in all their time and effort to please others, to make others love them, when they're not giving themselves that own form of peace of mind. They're not giving themselves that own sense of calmness, their own sense of being relaxed with their soul, with their body, with their mind. They're not giving themselves that. They're looking so hard to get that satisfaction from everyone else that it's not benefiting them. Because, when someone else changes their mind or someone else decides, today I'm not going to be positive towards you, then it shatters you. You have that self-love, it won't matter to you. You'll be able to understand what they're saying for what it is. All the obstacles that arrive in your life will become easier to overcome when you love yourself more, when you're more kind to yourself, when you're happier for yourself, when you understand what you've achieved, when you actually appreciate what you've done. All that, again, comes from self-love. You can't do that without self-love. You can't be happy for yourself if you don't love yourself. You can't be kind to yourself, less hard on yourself if you don't love yourself. You cannot appreciate things you've accomplished if you don't love yourself. You cannot understand your journey if you don't love yourself. So love yourself a little more today. Love yourself a little more throughout the week. Love yourself a little more throughout 2021. If you're single, in a relationship, if you're married, if you're divorced, if you've never had love, whoever you are, love yourself a little bit more today. Do the things I mentioned. Be kind to yourself. Be more happy. Put yourself in a position where you can appreciate who you are, what you've done. You can also understand the flaws you have, but you don't let that knock you down. You can understand the process you're going through, the progress you've made, progress you're going to continue to make. You can understand all that from loving yourself. You can decide you don't want to always rely on social validation, other people's opinions. From today on out, you can decide that throughout 2021, you're going to love yourself a little bit more and be kind to yourself, but also understand your flaws and what you've done wrong, what you could do better. And I still want to highlight here, it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or you're single, you've been married 4 times and you don't care about marriage. It doesn't matter who you are. Out there, you just need to understand that you need to love yourself. That is a possibility, and that's something we want to make happen this week. You don't have to limit yourself to other people's values, other people's opinions, other people's comments, other people's thoughts. You don't have to limit yourself to that. You also don't have to limit yourself to only your opinions and thoughts, of course. But you do need to understand that loving yourself will actually help you understand a bit more about why people say certain things to you. Again, I'm not saying you need their validation, but you might understand why someone says, hey, maybe you could change this, maybe you could do that instead. I think this didn't work out for you. Let me explain why I'm saying that. If you love yourself, you'll be able to understand those things. You'll also be able to tell yourself, hey, it's not the end of the world. I made a mistake. I did this wrong. I could do better here. I'm going to go and improve now. You can do that because of self-love. You can do that because you love yourself. You don't want to be too hard on yourself. You don't want to punish yourself for every single mistake you make. You do, however, want to love yourself for who you are, what you're becoming, how you've grown, all of that kind of stuff. That comes from loving yourself. It starts with you. So forget about everyone else. First, learn to love yourself. And also, just to remind you guys, Valentine's Day was gone. It's yesterday, so it's past now. So if any of you guys out there, you're single, you're unhappy, you now have another 364 days, or it could be a leap year, I'm not even sure. I think it's a leap year, right? Maybe 365 days. Actually, last year was a leap year. Anyway, you now have more time to love yourself before finding love from someone else. So thank you guys so much for watching today's Money Motivation. Again, drop that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy today's video. Hopefully you guys feel a little bit more inspired, happy, ready to attack another week. Again, I've said it before, you guys are loved. There are people out there who love you. So anyone who's still feeling lonely from Valentine's Day, don't worry, you're loved even if you don't know it. As always, make sure you guys check out all those links in the description. The first link in the description is a free Discord, so make sure you guys go check that one out. Also, if you're new around here, make sure you guys check out my smartwatch brand, Time to Watches. I also have something brewing for you guys. It was supposed to come out yesterday, but I've been so busy recently, and you guys know I had my laptop issues, so it's coming soon. Just be patient. Apart from that, go out there and have a great week, people. That's it from me today. I got money making. You got self-love to be giving yourself. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.